Historic Fishtown, the name says it all. Historic because long before roads provided a gateway to Michigan's Leelanau Peninsula, Europeans settled this remote area where the Carp River flows into Lake Michigan. Why? Because here, fish were plentiful. Now, near the end of the 19th century, docks, fish shanties, and ice houses were built near the river's mouth.
This started in the mid-1800s as a small commercial fishing village. There were commercial fishing families, 5 or 6 of them, that primarily worked out of this area, and that was important because most of the commerce in this area back in those days, there were no roads in Michigan, and most of the transport occurred on the Great Lakes. So Fishtown provided a source of being able to collect fish that was sold to boats that took it back down to Chicago. It was salted and preserved, and over time it solidified itself as a commercial fishery and has been operating as a commercial fishery, in a viable way since the late 1800s.
Today, Fishtown draws historians and tourists alike. This cluster of simple cedar structures offers a rare glimpse of Michigan's cultural heritage. So when you hear about popular Michigan destinations, don't be surprised to hear the name Fishtown in that list.
It's one of the key destination points in Upper Michigan, right in there with the Sleeping Bear National Lakeshore, Traverse City, Mackinac Bridge, and Fishtown. It's when you talk to people about where they want to go in northern Michigan, this is one of those spots.
You could say that Fishtown is a working cultural museum. Many businesses are housed here, and yes, fishing is still important.
Well, it's been a tourist destination probably for the last 50 years. And it's gotten increasingly more significant in that respect, however, because people are starting to appreciate what a connection it is to the historic regional area, particularly our maritime heritage in this area. And there are so few of these villages left on the Great Lakes that people recognize that this is one way to connect with the past in a genuine way.
A visit to historic Fishtown is a visit back in time. It sits on the shore of Lake Michigan in the town of Leland off the M22 loop in the Leelanau Peninsula. It's a great place to stroll and shop, and a great place to get a real glimpse of true Michigan heritage.